But these stories bring us to our political plays of the week on this Monday. Democrat analyst Michael John Gray and Republican analyst Bill Vickery both joining us here this morning. Good morning, guys. Thanks for being here. I want to talk about the voting rights. We're talking 800 bills that were proposed just this year alone. This has been a big talker, and Arkansas actually passed a few last month. But let's talk about what we're seeing here in Arkansas, maybe how that compares with other bills that states are trying to pass.
Well, I think what you see, let's be clear too, it's sort of whose ox is being gored here. Republicans want things one way, Democrats want things another way. The concern became this. In the early months of the pandemic, June, July, but rightfully so and understandably so, a lot of processes were expanded to account for voting during a pandemic. Democrats love those, and they want to continue to expand those and codify those because it takes away the sacred right of the secret ballot. Make no mistake about it. This is all about trying to get a block captain to come into your house to help you vote, take it to a drop box, all of those things. There is no greater freedom and a moment of freedom for an American to go into a polling place, into a booth, close the curtain, and vote however they feel in exactly that moment. Democrats want to do away with that under the guise of expanding voting, but what they're really talking about is to more easily coordinate, coerce, and intimidate in terms of voting.
Michael John, you're shaking your head. Would you like to respond?
Bill knows better than that. Has he been in Mar-a-Lago this weekend? Democrats don't want to get rid of walking into the polling place, closing the curtain, and voting. What we should be asking is, what did the voters need during the pandemic, and what did they like about the changes that were made, and did it make it easier for them to vote? Because the point is, if it's easier for people to participate in the democracy, our democracy is better off. The fact that they could take their ballot, drop it in a drop box, didn't have to make it to in some areas, the courthouse 2 hours across town. This is not about coercing voters. This is about making it easier to participate in the democracy. I don't know why anybody running for office wouldn't want it easier for voters to be a part of the process unless they were scared the voters are going to hold them accountable. This is a new day. This is 2021. It's time to move forward with new processes. Use the old ones, adhere to some tradition, but evolve. That's what we do as a country.
Do you think a lot of states learned from what we saw during the pandemic? Because it seems like a lot of them are getting on board right now to kind of, make some changes in laws.
Well, again, it depends on the state that you look. I mean, Stacey Abrams in Georgia bragged about doing exactly what I said just happened. And so that's the point. So you go back and look in Georgia, the state legislature there has been beaten up. All they did was go back to the original processes that they had in place in the first place and codified those things.
All right,
I don't think Abrams ever bragged about coercing voters. I think.
Oh my gosh, you talked about turning out. We had
people that would not have been able to vote, would not have been a part of the process, and we made it easier for them to vote. Even in little Arkansas, rural counties, we've got to have more early voting. You've got counties where there's only one location for early voting. People that live 60, 90, 100 miles away can't get there during their working hours to vote. We need to adjust those things to make it easier for people to vote. Military's been voting by mail for years. We ought to make early voting easier for every Arkansan, no matter where they live.
All right. Appreciate you two for sounding off on that topic. Again, that's for our political plays on this Monday. We're going to be right back with your last check of your forecast.